Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
All right, Arik, I don't really want to talk about that game last weekend. I bet you don't really want to talk about that game last weekend, but just give us your thoughts on how to rebound from that loss and what it's been like this week.
Yeah, definitely don't want to talk about it, but I think a loss like that, you just have to try to flush it, learn what you can from it, but don't try to dwell on it too long and, turn one loss into another loss. And so I think you just got to flush it and move on, learn what you can from it. We watched the tape earlier in the week, and we don't want that to linger and affect how we play versus, our next opponent, which is the Chargers coming up here on Sunday.
Arik, when you look at that run game in LA, because one of the conversations, that's one of the bigger ones, Amarion Hampton hurt, Najee Harris hurt, Hassan Haskins hurt, and now Vidal's come in and done a really good job taking over. He looks like he's just fitting right into that offensive scheme when it comes to moving the ball on the ground. So what did you see in that area with the Chargers?
Anyone who knows their offensive coordinator, who has been around for a while, Greg Norman, that's the style of play that he wants to have. They want to run the football, dating back for years, at all his previous stops as well, too, with the Niners and with the Ravens. And every place that he's been, they want to establish the run. They want to get big bodies on the field, fullbacks, tight ends, extra offensive linemen at times. And so it's definitely a point of emphasis for them, and it's going to be a challenge for us, and we got to bring our big boy pads this game and, get those ball carriers down.
Feels like you guys have been doing a pretty good job overall against the run, Arik, throughout this season. But getting after the pass, the quarterback, how do we ignite it? How do we finish? You had a good job. You had a couple good rushes last week. You had your sack. Congrats. You helped Strigout get a sack. That was great stuff, that penetration, disruption. But how do we get the entire line to come together and really ignite this thing? Keep
chugging away. I mean, everything that you get in this league is earned, and no one said it was going to be easy. Reaching the level that you want to get to, and so for us as a group, we got to keep plugging away. Stay motivated, stick together, help one another out there. Whether that's executing, communication, or helping one another free up out there. So it's just about sticking together. And like I said, I've been through a lot of these situations for many years, and sometimes a lot of people can panic in them and get out of character. But truly, honestly, it's just about sticking together, seeing it through, staying the course, and find a way to get better and better each week. And, things will come together in due time.
Arik Armstead with us, Jaguars defensive tackle. Arik, how much have you heard about that playoff victory that the Jaguars had over the Chargers January 2023, 31-30? It was a major comeback, and the city was electrified because of it. The Chargers haven't wanted to talk about it all week. We can understand why, because they were on the losing end of it. But how much have you heard about that playoff game this week, if at all?
I haven't heard about it too much this week, but coming here and, just being in the NFL, I remember, that time and that season, and talking to some guys, about their last playoff experience. And, I know a little bit about that game. And so it definitely, was a big moment here in Jacksonville's history. And also, too, I heard how loud the stadium was and was rocking that night. That was the major thing that people talk about from that night, how the energy in the stadium and being in the playoffs.
And it's crazy because some people left at halftime.
Yeah, I was about to say. And then it got louder. Arik, when you're talking about an opposing offensive line, this one coming up, obviously, there's a lot of injuries that have factored in to some of the things that have now caused problems for them on that line. But when you are prepping, your group is prepping for a team that has some vulnerabilities in that area because of injuries or whatever the case may be, what is the emphasis that week when you are looking at a line like that?
the emphasis for me is to always attack my matchup and make sure that I'm dominating the guy across from me. And, when you look at games like this and you have favorable matchups, you want to take opportunity of them. Sometimes, throughout a game, there's going to be opportunities where, the play calls for you to win your one-on-one and dominate your matchup. And so a game like this, they have great players over there too. I never take anyone lightly. But that's always the mentality is to go out there and win your matchup and make sure, the guy across from you has a long day.
One of those guys will be Mekhi Becton, who they grabbed in the offseason. He's, as you know, a bigger guard, 6'7", big like you. Is it more speed game for you, Arik? Is it power? They're going to try to run the ball. What's your mentality going in when you go against a guy that might be your same size?
Oh, man, he's way bigger than me.
He's way. I meant height-wise. Sorry, buddy.
Okay, yeah. He's about 6'7", probably 370.
Right.
But no, Mekhi is a good player, and we played against him last year. And at this stage of my career, I get a lot of respect from guys. But we're competing out there, and I spoke to him last year after the game because he made the switch from tackle to guard, and he was just kind of asking me about how his sets and stuff were and how it was coming together. And I thought his game had improved a lot. But I'm excited to play against him again. And, my game plan is going to be to keep him on his toes, mix it up on him, and, just be aggressive.
Good.
But, yeah, it's each week in the NFL is fun battles and fun matchups, playing chess, going back and forth with the guy across from you.
Arik, if you want to fight Tom because he just added 70 pounds to your
No. You're way out of my class.
Hold on.
Way better.
Obviously, just joking. All right, Arik. Well, we certainly wish you the best of luck on Sunday. Get to Justin Herbert several times, rattle his cage, and get that dub.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you next
right.
week.
Thanks, Arik. There he goes.
Hacker here, and thank you so much for watching this video on the 1010XL Jaguar YouTube channel. Be sure and like, subscribe, and keep it locked right here on all the 1010XL channels on the 1010XL YouTube network.